When you guys see your head coach up there on top of that ladder twirling that net around, how's that make you feel?
It's surreal. I mean, it's hard to describe. This is something that we've all dreamed about. And after that loss Wednesday, we kind of put a little bit of pressure on ourselves. But, I mean, what better not to do it than senior night? Us as seniors knowing this is our last time playing in this gym to go out and win the outright championship like that feels great.
What did it feel like to be up there and cutting? Exactly when you're cutting the net, what does that feel like?
Go ahead. Feel good to me.
Can you move the mic, please?
Feel good. Like Drew said, we accomplished, one of our goals, and that's not the last net, that I plan on cutting down. So.
Kenny, how important was it not just to win the regular season title, but to win a game to end the regular season, going into the ACC and then hopefully into the NCAA tournaments?
It's very important. I mean, we were trying to get our confidence back up a little bit. Losing to Duke and Georgia Tech. So we just wanted to come out and play well, and share the ball, and play better defense.
Was there a little different feeling coming into this game as opposed to coming into the other night's game?
Not really. I mean, we always want to play the same way, same defense, same things. And we're trying to get a routine, so you don't want to, put too much importance in a game or something like that. It's just a regular game, and we just want to do well.
I was tight at halftime, kind of not a whole lot of pace. You come out in the second half and hit a bunch of threes. How did you kind of take that upon yourself that you needed to step up?
Nah, I just think, Shane did a great job of driving the ball, and they were helping on him, so I was wide open. I just had to shoot the ball, and I think I shot the ball pretty well.
Kenny, can you talk about Shane? He was 0 for his first 7, I think, and kind of struggling offensively, and then hits 2 big shots, finishes with 10, and plays great defense all day.
I mean, he's a great player. I don't think, he worries too much about his offense. He just keep playing and making the right decisions. So he just kept playing, and like you said, he hit 2 big shots for us, and his defense was great all game.
Julian, I just wanted to ask you about being on top of the ladder there after all you've been through in 6 years here, and you've seen the lower points of this program and stuff. What did it feel like to you up there?
It was a great feeling. I mean, it's definitely something I aspired to when I committed to this university. And like you said, it's been a lot of adversity, me individually and us as a team, just going from being in last place in the ACC to being a team with a lot of expectations and not really living up to them, to even this season, people not thinking we were good as we turned out to be. So, I mean, just having an opportunity to play with my teammates and be around these guys and this coaching staff, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
If you get in trouble to cut it, you're cutting that net.
Yeah, I mean, that's my first time doing it, so I never, the scissors we had might be a little dull. That's the same scissors we use to cut our tape off every day, so we'll try to have some sharper ones when we get to Greensboro.
You guys had another sellout crowd. Can you just talk about how the students have supported you this year? And
it's been amazing. I mean, you look around the country and you look at teams in our conference like Carolina and Duke that traditionally have that great student following. And in the past, that's not something that we had. I mean, we know it's a place like Miami, and people have so many other options of things they can do. So it really means a lot that they're choosing to come out and support us, and we just want to go out there and play our absolute hardest for them.
Trey, it seems like you have a quiet confidence about yourself. You say this is not the last net, so you plan on cutting down. What more do you think this team can accomplish?
I think the sky's the limit for us. If we play together, we have so many weapons. And lock down defensively and just have fun. I think, like I said, the sky's the limit for us.
What did Coach tell you guys at halftime when it was tied?
He didn't spend a lot of time talking to us. He spent the majority of that time talking to the staff because they usually do a lot of adjustments and things like that. But once he came back in, he just told us that we needed to really continue to defend the way we did. I mean, in the first half, we only gave up 25 points, but we still feel like there were some buckets that they got, and they got out in transition on us a little bit, and to really clean up those rebounds. So in the second half, we really tried to buckle down on that, and then we just capitalized on a couple more offensive opportunities.
Do you think the defense was back to where it was before, when you guys were winning 14 straight?
Pretty close to it. I mean, we still have work to do. And our entire team and our staff are perfectionists. We want to play our absolute best basketball, and we don't want to make these mental mistakes, especially going into these tournaments. So, I mean, one thing that we really focus on was just being down in the stance and just going back to that very basic thing. It just goes to show how big of a difference it can make because we were a lot quicker to the ball, whether it be helping or driving, guarding guys that were driving and different things like that. So just being in the stance is just really getting back to the fundamentals of playing defense.
Kenny, how important was it to get this win for your confidence going into next week?
I mean, very important. I think I answered that earlier. You know, we lost to Duke and Georgia Tech, so we just wanted to come here and win in front of our fans and you know, give momentum for the tournament.
Kenny, how much fun was it being at cutting the net for you?
It was fun. I mean, you know, I always wanted to do that. You know, win the championship, and when I went to Florida, that's the reason why I went there, because it was winning. And doing it here, it started from like being last with Coach Hayes, the ACC, and to now. It's a great feeling.
Is it better doing it here than Florida?
It's way better. You're right.
Hey, Julian, nowadays there's so much emphasis on the NCAA tournament, even the ACC tournament. One game, anything can happen. What does it mean to win the regular season championship?
It means a lot, because the regular season, you think about it, it's a body of work, and it's so many different teams you play. Every team plays a different style, and you have to come and play your absolute best basketball. And the further you progress, as teams get to know you and know what you're going to do, it makes it more difficult, and you have to make adjustments. And our coaching staff does a great job of doing that, but we take great pride in that. But at the same time, we want to continue to take it one game at a time going into the tournament, knowing that we have all the tools possible to win a championship, but we had to do what got us here to win that.
What has been the team model all season that's gotten you guys to this point?
One thing the coach has always tells us is play hard, play smart, play together, and have fun playing with our friends. I mean, this is a game we've been playing our entire lives, and we live for these moments. So just having a chance to play basketball against these guys at the highest collegiate level, I mean, it's a great privilege for us, and we try not to take it for granted.
Kenny, you mentioned Florida. Could you have imagined this when you left Florida, that I believe Florida lost today, that you got you ranked ahead of them, winning the ACC, all that's happened?
I knew we had a pretty good team. I mean, we had Malcolm Grant, Durant Scott, and I think Julian was here, and Reggie. So I knew that we would have a pretty good team. I mean, I didn't know we would win the ACC and things like that. You can never predict that, but I think we had a chance.
Kenny, how much fun do you think the next few weeks can be?
It's gonna be really fun, and I love those, one and done games. It's either you win or you go home. So everybody gives their 110%. So it's gonna be great.